Could the Great Depression ever happen again? First, let's explain what the Great Depression is. The Great Depression was one of the most significant and devastating economic crises in the history of the United States and the world. It began in the late 1920s and lasted throughout the 1930s, causing widespread suffering and economic hardship. This video delves into the origins, causes, and potential for a recurrence of such a severe economic downturn. The Roaring Twenties. To understand the Great Depression, one must first examine the economic climate of the 1920s. This period was marked by economic prosperity, technological advancements, and a booming stock market. However, beneath the surface, there were underlying issues that set the stage for the crisis. Stock market crash of 1929. The stock market crash of 1929 is often seen as the catalyst for the Great Depression. On October 29, 1929, known as Black Tuesday, the stock market experienced a massive crash, leading to widespread panic and financial ruin for many investors. But the crash itself was a symptom of deeper problems. Banking system failures. Following the stock market crash, a series of bank failures exacerbated the crisis. Many banks were over-leveraged and had invested heavily in the stock market, which left them vulnerable to economic shocks. The collapse of these banks contributed to the severe contraction of credit and economic activity. Decline in consumer spending. The Great Depression saw a significant decline in consumer spending. The widespread unemployment and fear of financial instability caused people to save money and cut back on consumption, leading to a further contraction of the economy. The Dust Bowl and agricultural crisis. Agricultural issues also played a major role in the Great Depression. The Dust Bowl, a period of severe drought and soil erosion, devastated the agricultural sector in the Midwest, leading to food shortages and rural poverty. Government response, New Deal. The government's response to the Great Depression came in the form of Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs. These initiatives aimed to stimulate the economy, create jobs, and provide relief to those suffering from the economic downturn. World War II and the end of the Great Depression. The Great Depression began to wane in the late 1930s and was ultimately brought to an end by the economic demands of World War II. The war effort created jobs and spurred economic growth, effectively pulling the United States out of the Depression. Could it happen again? One of the key factors to consider is the state of the U.S. economy. Economic downturns, like the Great Depression of the 1930s, often result from a combination of factors, including financial crises, high levels of debt, and economic imbalances. In recent years, the United States has experienced economic fluctuations, and there are concerns about the sustainability of its economic growth. Factors such as income inequality, rising levels of public and private debt, and the potential for financial market instability could contribute to economic challenges. Geopolitical tensions and international trade conflicts are additional elements that could impact the U.S. economy. Tariffs, trade wars, and shifts in global economic dynamics can disrupt international trade, which is vital to the American economy. Environmental challenges, including climate change and natural disasters, could also have significant economic consequences. The costs of mitigation and adaptation to climate change, as well as the impacts of extreme weather events on infrastructure and agriculture, pose potential risks to economic stability. Moreover, social and political factors play a role in determining economic stability. The ability of the government to respond effectively to economic crises, the effectiveness of social safety nets, and the overall political climate can all impact the economy's resilience. In summary, while it is impossible to predict with certainty whether another Great Depression will occur in the near future, several potential risk factors exist. It is crucial for policymakers, economists, and society as a whole to remain vigilant and proactive in addressing economic challenges and mitigating risks to reduce the likelihood of such a catastrophic event. History has shown that, with the right policies and actions, nations can learn from past mistakes and work to prevent the recurrence of severe economic depressions. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. More content on the way.